I spent one whole week learning Blender just to answer the question, can you learn Blender in a week? And with that, welcome to Learning Blender Day 1. First, I downloaded Blender and started it. But then, I've seen this. So I closed it straight away. Then I went to YouTube and found the most iconic tutorial, the donut tutorial. I followed the tutorial and at first it was very overwhelming. But even though Blender looked very complicated, I started to get more and more comfortable with the navigation and basics of modeling. If you're learning Blender yourself, I can really recommend this tutorial if you're starting out. It really helped me a lot to understand the basics of Blender. And after about 1.5 hours, I finished my donut. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but it helped me to understand the basics. The next thing I worked on is a chair, because my goal of the whole week is to create a kitchen. I first started out with creating the legs of the chair, which was really easy at first, but it looked more like a table. Honestly, I don't even know what I was trying to do here. I think I tried to make it like more poly or something, but at the time recording this voiceover, I'm already finished with the week and I know I could do it a lot faster now. And then, yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do here, but I guess I tried to delete the faces. Yeah, then I started again and the topology already looked a lot better and more like a chair. Then I cleaned out the bottom a bit and worked on the topology and tried to do some more stuff to make it look more realistic, but it didn't really help. It looks more like a kid's chair or something. But at the end, I had this. It's something, I guess. So I started with the texturing. I did some more stuff, and at the end I had this. Then I started to build a studio for the chair. First started out with plain, and then I added some walls to it. Yeah, struggled on this one. Added some color, and I decided on purple. Then I also managed to do the second wall and connected them. Then added some lights, went to render mode, and I already was pretty happy with what I had. Added some more lights. And with that, my studio was done. Then I did my first render, and that was my final result. I think it turned out pretty well for my first model without using a tutorial. Aside from the shadow in the background, I have no idea why it's there. Next up, the last thing I want to do today is my first environment. Since I don't have much time left, I decided to go with a simple, small, low poly forest. I used a tutorial by Smarty Roblox to model a tree. I started with a plane, then made the trunk with Ctrl right click. Then I adjusted some faces to make it look more imperfect and more like an actual tree. For the foliage on top, I used several spheres, and after some work, it was done. It's not pretty, but it's enough for my first environment. After coloring it and making the environment and using the AutoCAM plugin and the last bit of time I had, I made this animation for the end of the video. Thanks for watching. This was my first video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos in my Blender journey. Every day for the next week I'll post a part up to day 7 with my final kitchen. See you tomorrow and have a nice one. Bye!